welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for a new episode of A New Go of New Home Sales. I'm your host, Anya Chrisanthon, and today we have a very special podcast episode since we're less than 30 days to the International Builder Show in Las Vegas. Woohoo! So today we're going to be sharing with you some of the best tips, some of the must-attend sessions and events when you go to Vegas this February. So starting with our VP of Sales, Beth Bird.
Hi, you guys know me. I'm Beth Bird, VP of Sales at Inugo. And let's see, this will be my 7th IBS, 1 virtual, 6 in person. And I am so excited to see everybody there. My hot tip for IBS is there's free food in Sales Central. So the food lines can be crazy, but if you're smart and get there on time, you can snag some free food and drinks in Sales Central. I have to say, don't miss the sales rally. I'm really excited. I've been hearing all about it from you, Anya. You're going to be featured in the sales rally this year, so that's the session I'm most excited to see and to hear.
Thanks for the plug there. I appreciate it. All right, Corey Masters, tell us a little bit about yourself and how many times you've been to IBS before, your favorite tips and tricks, events that are must attend.
Perfect. Yes. Hi, everyone. I am Corey Masters. I'm the Customer Success Manager at Lasso. I work remote and I live in Boise, Idaho. My favorite part of IBS is always the conversations that happen at Sales Central. I was very worried Beth was going to steal my idea and say that go to Sales Central, but that's my favorite place to be. Always everyone that knows anyone is going to be there. So make sure you stop by there. The first year I went to IBS, I didn't go there. And I was wondering where everyone that we know was at. That's where they were all at. And then I just love walking the floor. It's super fun to see everything that's new coming up. And you also get to see a lot of friends over there too. So definitely those. And as always, the sales rally is amazing.
Perfect. Okay, Anna.
Hey everyone, I'm Anna Howell. I'm the marketing manager at Homes by Dickerson. This will be my 3rd time attending IBS, so I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to attending the Nationals. We always try to go every year, and I really think it's a great event to go to. Even if you're not up for an award or anything like that, it's great to see the other builders and industry leaders that are up for awards, and you can go back and see what they're doing. So I really recommend you get to dress up. It's a great event. And I really think you should try to find something fun to do while you're out on the town and you're all dressed up afterwards. So that's my little tip, and also what I think that you should be doing at IBS. Of course, like they said, attending all the sessions, networking with people. It's a great event. You're going to have a lot of fun.
For sure. Laura, you're up next.
Hi, I'm Laura Hansen with New Tradition Homes, the marketing director. Aside from the Nationals and the sales rally, which I agree on, I would recommend downloading the app. If this will be my 7th show, and it can be overwhelming. There's so many amazing things to do and sessions. And if you download the app ahead of time, you can plan out, you can search by your track, whether you're interested in sales and marketing or remodeling or 55 and over, whatever it is for education. And you can make your agenda and build it ahead of time, so that you know where you're going, and it helps you stay organized and not feel flustered when you get there. And do not forget your most comfortable shoes. The shoes are not a fashion show for the middle of the day. Save that for later, but you will walk more steps than you ever have in your life, probably.
Yes, exactly. And Laura, what's the name of your session at the show so everybody can add it as their must attend in the app?
The name of our session is Winner Techs All. It's tech-driven solutions for online sales and marketing. And we are all a group of previous Nationals Award silver and gold winners. So we are excited to share some of our inside award-winning tips and tricks for everyone else.
Amazing. Awesome. So make sure to mark that in your app so you can download the app today. All right. Last but not least, Terrell.
Hey there, everyone. I am Terrell Turner. I am a regional online sales counselor with Caruso Homes. It's going to be my 3rd time attending IBS. I am super excited. One of my favorite parts is I get to have In-N-Out Burger because we don't have it here in the Carolinas where I live in Charlotte. So that is, cannot wait to sink my teeth in a burger. My favorite food. Everything these ladies have said is absolutely great tips. So please write those down. They're going to help you My biggest takeaway is going to be everyone is helpful. You're going to feel like so overwhelmed if it's your first time. It's a huge venue, but just stop and ask people. They will help you. They will direct you. They'll give you guidance. So don't worry. It's going to be an incredible time, an incredible opportunity to again network and just see this amazing industry of new home construction. You'll love it.
I couldn't agree more with you for sure, you guys. So again, if you're coming for the very first time, there will be orientation session for first-time attendees. I will link it in the show notes so you can go to that. It's certainly very helpful. Make sure to download the app and mark all of your favorite sessions where you want to attend. Even if you mark all of them, I promise you will not make your way. There's just too much to do and too much to see. Definitely wear comfortable shoes. It's coming from me, the fashionista. Hello. I'm telling you, wear comfortable shoes. They can be cute, but still comfortable. Mostly important because you will regret it. And for my must attend event, I love the Nationals as well. It's the award show for our industry. So the best of the best are there. Again, all of you were previous winners, including myself. I have my statue right here by my desk. Thank you, thank you. My Oscar. So yes, it's a fun night. It's a way to get dressed up and look fabulous. And then of course, there's gonna be a bookstore and an HB Central. So hang out there, and if you want to meet people from NHB, the YPs are going to be out there representing. And if you are under the age of 45, definitely sign up for the YP party on Wednesday nights. All right, so we're gonna keep going around the room, and next we have John Palumbo. So John, welcome, and tell us, how many years have you been coming to IBS?
This will be my first year coming to IBS, and I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, it's not my first year, but I like to act like it's my first year because it was so much fun that first time. I just relive it these next 25 or 30 times that I've been. Yeah, I've been coming for quite a while. I've had the opportunity to host and talk and moderate the Super Sales Rally more times than I'd like to think about. And I learn a lot. I get to meet up with a lot of friends. And it's just a wonderful time to go learn more about what's happening in the business and to catch up with some of the industry trends, so to speak. And I have a couple of sessions that I'll be spending down at the Builders Bookstore, which is a great resource, by the way. If you haven't had a chance, you should definitely visit there. I'll have some of my latest, greatest works will be available there. And all I can say is get there early. They usually sell out before the second day is over. And then I think that's about it. It's just a great time. So if you're watching this at this juncture and trying to decide, should I go to IBS? Should I not? I've been before. Should I go this year or go next year? Let me tell you what, this will be one of the best ones in many years because of so much planning that's gone into it. I hope that you will plan to come see us and be at the sales rally and some of the other programs that I know I'm doing and some of the other speakers are doing.
So what's your one must attend event during IBS that you usually cannot miss?
That would be the psychological feedback that I get from customers, but really I've got a program this year that I think you got to come to, how to become a serial killer closer, which promises to be some of the best work I've ever done. Research from all over the world. You're probably looking at this and down in the bottom left-hand corner, my nickname, which is Global Nomad. I'll be bringing some of the best research about what it takes to become not just a closer, not just a killer closer, but a serial killer closer, and how to knock it out of the ballpark. That would be my one suggestion of things you cannot miss there.
Love that. Love that title too. All right, Kimberly Mackey, you're up next. Tell us, how many years have you been coming to IBS, and what are some of the highlights for you every year?
You're just trying to make me sound old is what you're trying to do. So I'll bite. So I have been coming since 2002. It was the last year that it was in Atlanta. So we were small enough that we could actually fit in Atlanta at that point. So obviously we quickly outgrew that. And I love the Builder Show. It's one time of year where I get to meet up with friends and colleagues. I get to, as John said, keep up on the trends, go to some great education, walk the floor, see some amazing events. With my activities through the National Association of Home Builders, I am your Associate National Chair this year. That keeps me quite busy too, going to a lot of committee meetings, meeting with people there, and the business of running NAHB. So that's always part of it. But I'm really looking forward to Wednesday because of course, the Super Sales Rally. But also, I start the day bright and early on Wednesday at 8:30 with Leah Fellows and Naomi Wright, and we're going to be talking about your VIP Realtor program in a post-NAR settlement world and what that looks like, what you can and can't do, and how to make the most of it. Huge advantages for builders right now. We just have to be able to capitalize on them. So Wednesday is going to be a big speaking day for me for sure.
Yes, I love that. It's a hot topic right now, especially. So definitely be sure to add it to your app, your IBS app. Make sure to download that and add that to your favorites. And Kimberly, you mentioned meetings, committee meetings. Tell us, what is that for somebody who's not involved with NHB? How can they get involved? How can they learn more? What's going on there?
So yes, a lot of things happen actually before the show that coincide with it. So on Sunday and Monday, there are a ton of committee meetings. I encourage you download the show app. My big pro tip is download the show app. Look at everything in there and plan. That's, I think, the biggest failure for people going to the show is, oh, I'll just get there and I'll walk around and I'll figure it out. Please don't do that because you will just walk around aimlessly for 3 days and not get the most out of the show. Use that show app, download those meetings. If you're going to come in early on there, John's already downloading. Come in early and go to those meetings. They're open to anybody. Figure out how you can get involved. It's a great place to get involved, get some resources, contacts with people all over the country, actually all over the world, and be able to network with them and learn from them, and you'll just expand your NAHB family. So my pro tip is definitely download that app, plan your trip very carefully. Obviously, wear comfortable shoes. I see women walking around in high heels, and then that lasts for about the morning, right, till about 10 o'clock. And then I see them walking around carrying those high heels, walking barefoot, which is not something you really want to do in Las Vegas, Nevada. So comfortable shoes. Forget trying to be a fashion to slavery or a slave to fashion, because it is not going to work for you there. Get those comfortable shoes, and then you can always put on your sexy shoes when you get in the room somewhere. Save your feet, save your back.
Yes, and you can still find fashionable yet sensible shoes, people.
Yes, you can do both. Two things can be true.
All right, Keith McKinney's, you're up next. Tell us about what are your most memorable experiences in Vegas.
Hi, everyone. I'm Keith McKinney with New Home Star. And I tell you, Anya, I've been coming to the Builder Show since 2006. So, man, this is almost 20 years of coming to the Builder Show. And the one thing I can never get too much of is the intense learning. But you have to be intentional, right? You got to pick the right classes, the right sessions to go to. And that exhibit show floor is huge. So you got to do some pre-work to figure out, okay, what are the exhibit booths I want to hit before I leave? So that's number one, is have a plan. Don't just go wandering around, like literally have a plan and know where you want to go and how much time you want to spend there, because your time, you hear that about Vegas, your time just disappears while you're in Vegas. So making sure you have a plan. And I will tell you, water, whether you bring your own canister or you take advantage of the mini booths or the mini locations for water, you can thank me later, but make sure that you drink plenty of water and stay hydrated. Those are my two things, because you'll be at the Builder Show with over, what, Anya, 150,000 to 200,000 of your closest friends. So
That's a lot.
that's a lot of people.
I second that. That water is definitely big, especially in Las Vegas. You're going to be dehydrated, especially after all the extracurricular activities at nighttime. So stay hydrated, my friends. And Keith, I'm really excited for this year because it's the first year that Inugo is going to be officially an exhibitor at the International Builder Show, and we're actually exhibiting together.
We're going to be together. We're going to be roomies, so to speak, on the exhibit floor. And our booth is fantastic, and it is laid out incredibly. And so you'll definitely want to come by and see Anya, the most gracious person I know. And then I'll be bumping around as well. And we'd love to see anybody that comes by our booth. You won't be able to miss it. I promise you that.
Yes, we're excited because it's going to be several companies combining forces together to be all at one booth to represent the best of new home sales and marketing. So you can expect to see New Home Star, Inugo, Colrail, HubSpot, and Enter Now, as well as Builder Signal, all under the same roof. So check it out and make sure you find the time to stop by and say hello to all of us.
Hey, Corey Charles here, founder of the Superhero Mindset. And man, I've been going to IBS now. I was doing the math the other day and it feels weird because I didn't think it'd been that long, and I guess I'm getting old. But this will be my 7th year going, and this will be my 6th year speaking, which is just still unfathomable for me, but still always overjoyed and honored to be able to do that and bring hopefully some magic and a little bit of lightning to all the people out there. As far as going, I think if I can go beyond being a little selfish and self-serving, I think some of the things that I couldn't miss and I couldn't imagine missing, one being the sales rally. So I guess I'm in the right spot. But also just hanging out in Sales Central has always been a really cool place to not just connect with old friends, meet new friends. I say this all the time. Some of my absolute best friends in or out of the industry come right from IBS, and specifically come right out of Sales Central. So hanging out in Sales Central, seeing the speakers, hearing the things that they have to talk about and what they want to share, and really just being around the people and that energy and that magic is so great. Of course, I like to walk the floor because I'm a tech nerd and I'm a building nerd, and I like to see what's going on and what are the new cool things. So walking the floor is really important for me, but really making sure that I stay close to Sales Central and any of the really good sales and marketing and any of those great talks that are happening, even the stuff that's not necessarily within my wheelhouse. When we go into tech and we go into all these things that I don't necessarily touch every single day, I think it's really amazing to learn about and be really aware of what's happening in my industry in this year and the next year and the year after that. So those are some of the things that I think are non-misses. And I think as far as making sure that you're prepared, make sure your hotel is not too far away. Try to get walking distance. If you cannot, man, bring comfortable shoes. Bring backup comfortable shoes, extra pairs of socks, the whole nine. You'll be doing some walking. But outside of that, I think another cool idea is to bring something to take some notes with, because I always walk away from any time I go to IBS, all the sessions, I walk away with a ton of information and a ton of new things that I can't wait to apply to what I do and ways to make myself better and moving forward into the next realm of what we're going to be doing. Definitely be prepared to take notes. Be comfortable, get your snacks in, get your rest in. And here's the unpopular advice that I'm going to do. I'm going to go dad mode, since I think I'm considered a veteran now that I've been so many times. The instinct is going to be to go and do Vegas and just party and act crazy. And I get that, but you'll be dragging in the morning. And sometimes some of the best sessions are early in the morning, and you don't want to be dragging, smelling like the night before. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time, but do so responsibly, of course, and make sure you never forget why you're actually there. And the importance of being there is beyond the scope of Las Vegas. That's it.
Welcome to the podcast, John Lee, CEO of Inugo. We're excited to have you on today as well. So John, tell us, how many years have you been coming to the International Builder Show, and what has been your most memorable moment or a must-see event, must-attend event that you can recommend to our listeners?
Okay, I don't remember the exact number of years with COVID and a lot of travel things, but I think we started back in 2014, and we actually started out with a small booth. And this is the problem, that I'd never been there, and I just thought, hey, this little event, we'll just have a little booth. It was a little 10 by 10, just a little curtain, and back then we were called rendering house. And so we just had a tablecloth over our table. It was just my wife and then one of my employees, and boy, was I blown away. I showed up a little underdressed for the event. But the cool thing was, that was also the year that we introduced our iPad app, which is the first app that we allow people to design on. And iPad just came out back then. And we actually were just flooded with inquiries and interest. They almost didn't even see how ugly everything else was, because everybody was just focused on the app. And fast forward to 2025 here, We've gone from a little rinky-dink 10 by 10 booth to now we're going to be sharing a 50 by 40 booth, 2,000 square feet, big signs, lots of monitors, lots of people, lots of presentations. We're co-hosting this with New Home Star. Many of you know who they are. And of course, HubSpot. HubSpot is huge. And so it's really been a privilege. And it's going to be really exciting this year to co-host with a lot of the renowned partners, do a lot of presentations, a lot more interesting technology. I think everybody's a tech nerd nowadays. Before it was like absurd to talk tech, and now it's obsessive to talk tech. One of the big things I love to do is I actually love to go around and see all my competitors, but also like to see all of the latest and greatest new things. Networking is a huge thing. Sales Central is a big event for us as well. We've actually co-hosted that a couple of times as Rendering House, but now it's nice that we can actually have our own booth, our own home, and people can come visit us there anytime during the whole 3-day session.
Love that. Okay, any best tips for somebody who may be attending for the very first time?
Dress comfortably, but professionally. Have good walking shoes. Try to plan ahead of time, figure out your schedule. It's like going to an amusement park, find the best ride, be there on time because the lines get queued up, and meet a lot of people. I think one of the best things about IBS is not just the show and tells, but the relationships. And those are the ones that's almost like a family reunion coming back. That's how I've grown my business. That's how I've grown my network. That's how I've grown my customer base. And it's a great way to start the year. And it's a great way to showcase what you got and learn what others want.
And speaking of learn, John, you are presenting this year again. So tell us about your session.
Yeah, so this is the second time I've been invited to speak at the education session. Last year was about AI, but last year AI was just like, what is this thing? How's it going to change my job and maybe my life? But now it's really about how is it going to change my business? It's really moved from individual productivity to a transformative business opportunity strategically, maybe even disruptively versus your competition. It's almost like this is the time where you need to take a step forward, or otherwise you may get left behind. And so I'm co-hosting with Eric Cofield, who's with Merlin AI, and they're handling the AI aspect from the production, back-end stuff, ERP, how to improve your operations, get that efficiency, improve your purchasing, improve your bottom line. We get the fun stuff. We get to show and tell with the consumers, change the arduous, painful, risky, frustrating customer experience. The consumers are looking to do more and more online. Our industry has really been the laggard, but I think AI actually gives us a chance to leapfrog everyone else because our product is so complex, both in terms of the purchase, in terms of the visualizations, in terms of pricing, and so many things, multi-channel, multi-step journey. Having an AI assistant to be your hand in hand throughout that process in a very personalized way, and then hand you off with a human touch to the OSCs and the salespeople really will be beneficial for both the consumers and for the builder sellers.
Couldn't agree more with you. So be sure to stop by the Inugo booth and check out John Lee's presentation. It's definitely going to be a game changer. So thanks so much for tuning in today, and we'll see you in
See you in
Vegas.
Vegas, baby.
Bye. And until then, Viva Las Vegas!
See
Bye,
ya.
everybody.
Bye.